Hey! Hey!
お願いします。
Onegaishimasu. Alright, let's continue with our practice of improving our posture. So, going side to side, remembering to keep your spine as mobile as possible. You're relaxing your neck, your shoulders, your head, making wide, big movements from side to side. Trying to move a bit more like a snake, not so much like a clock. Okay, relax your shoulders from side to side, from side to side, side to side. Gently but consciously trying to focus on the movement of your spine. And progressively make those movements smaller, and smaller, and smaller. So your head is up, all the way up. So, and stop. And now follow your chest and expand your chest. Putting those shoulder blades back. Following your chest and expanding. Follow. Expand. Follow. Expand. Follow. Expand. A couple more. Follow. Expand. One more. Follow. And expand. Stand the same thing, trying to focus on your spine. Snaking, but going forward and backwards. Using your chin, using your chest, using your abdominal muscles and your hips. So, your shoulders. So. And stop. Head up, shoulders back, and arches one direction. Pulling from your shoulder blades back, hands behind your ears. And relax. The other side, pulling from behind your head and your ears. Relax. The other side, head, ears. Relax. One more time. Head, ears. Relax. A couple more. Up. Head, ears. Relax. One more. So, head, ears. And relax. Side to side. Going towards your back. One direction. And the other direction. One direction. The other direction. One direction. Go. Side to side. Hey, and stretching back. Stretch your knees. Coming forward. Get up. So, back stretch again. Coming forward again. Use your toes, raise your hips. Slowly, carefully, pushing your hips down. Careful with your lumbar area. Hips up. hips down, hips up, hips down, hips up, hips down, hips up, and slowly walking your way back, hands down, breathing in, opening to one side, breathing out, and the other side, breathing out, and hands down, walking forward, your hands, hips down, and toes, hips up, walking your way back, breathing in, and breathing out. Other side, breathing out. Bring those shoulders back. Okay, hands down, one more time. Looking forward, hands down. Hips up. Walking back. Breathing in. Side, breathing out. The other side. Hey, your head up and down. Your head side to side. And ear to shoulders. Circles one way. Circles the other way. Hey, your arms going forward. And your arms going back. And showman, both arms going forward. And sides. Alright, so now for your shoulders, put your arms 90 degrees this way and pulling back from your shoulder blades. Otherwise, arms forward, pulling back from your shoulder blades. Arms forward and back. Arms forward, back. And forward, back, forward, back. Using your shoulder blades, making sure your shoulder blades go back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. This time same thing, but your hands in front and pulling back using your shoulder blades at the level of your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rolling your shoulders backwards, one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rolling your shoulders back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so all of these shoulder, upper back exercises kind of are a little bit more gentle than the ones that we do in the floor because they don't require the use of the lower body so much, but they will be a little bit more demanding on the trapezius and the shoulder blades and things like that. Okay, so let's do them one more time. All right, hands up, 90 degrees, pulling from your shoulder blade, not from your elbows in this case, your shoulder blades. Okay, so your actual elbows, make sure on this one that they don't go sideways. Okay, they're still vertical and you're pulling back from your shoulder blade. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Okay, when you do have a elastic band or one of those bands, you know, this exercise kind of becomes a little bit more demanding because you will have to be opening through the band. So if you have this with an elastic band, eventually it's a good addition to work to do to your movements if you want to continue doing those exercises. Now this time in this position, this time your elbows are at the level of your back, and the same thing. Try to focus not on pushing the elbows back, but try to focus on pushing the back, using your back muscles back, not only the elbows. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Relax. Shoulders back one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Shoulders both at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. Okay, Taizaraki. Usha. One direction. Keeping your head up, your back straight, but your hips down, and the focus is on your spine. Okay, alright, the other direction. Hips down, head up, back straight. And Ryoho, both directions. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Tenchi, all the way up, all the way down, and up. So now with Tenchi, okay, you're going to start doing your hinge movement. So careful that once again your head, your hips, and your arms are moving in a harmonious way. Okay, careful that the hands don't shoot too early, that the head doesn't shoot too early, shoulders don't shoot too early. So try to keep harmony between your hands, your head, your shoulders, and your spine. Okay, so everything is commanded by the movement of the spine. Okay, so that has to help us to improve our posture. But if we are not careful, everything kind of takes too much. Like the arms particularly drop too quickly. Okay, so tenchi. Okay, but keeping a conscious connection between your head, your arms, your shoulders, and your hips. So tenchi. So tenchi. So, hey, Yoko. Outside. We saw Ibuki, hands down, Q. Go. With your shoulders back. Okay, breathing in. Breathing out, pushing your shoulders back. Breathing in. Breathing out, shoulders back. So, hands up and thinking forward. Try to establish a 90-degree position that where your posture is respected. Okay, hopefully not so much. Your shoulders are going up, so try to keep a 90-degree position. Okay, where your shoulders and your ears and your hip are aligned. So one more time, up. Okay, so remember the lateral alignment, the lateral posture is ears, shoulders, hip alignment. If any of those things break out, then there is no good alignment. So let's try to do this again. Hands up, shoulders, hands behind your ears. Okay, going forward. Try as much as possible to keep a 90-degree shape. Okay, make sure that your head doesn't tip beyond your shoulders. Okay, at this moment. So. So, okay, and your knees, front to back, your knees, circles, and the other way, go down, up, down, up, down, up, open your toes, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Keep your head up. Make good posture. Open your legs, open your hands. Hey, breathing in, breathing out. Try to keep your posture. Breathing in, breathing out. Shoulders back, breathing in, breathing out. Shoulders back, and up. And your hips, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Your knees, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change your legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now sideways, crossing your leg and opening as much as you can sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, hands on the chest, shoulders back, ears, shoulders, knee alignment, hip hinges. Remember, you can start doing little or you can do a little bit deeper as long as there is a proportion between the movement of your leg and the movement of your head. Okay, so try to keep them both proportionally. One goes up, the other one goes down. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, okay, so now we're going to reach for the floor doing exactly the same exercise. The reason why we have to do a few without reaching for the floor is because when we don't reach for the floor, we can focus more on the posture and in the correct hinging of our hip while keeping, our posture more or less, intact. As soon as we start reaching for the floor, naturally our arms will reach, our shoulders will lead, and maybe we start hunching our back. So as soon as we start reaching for the floor, we can start doing something like this, which is hyper hunching our back. So that's why it's important that the body also has the awareness that that kind of motion, which is our hip motion, does not necessarily involve hunching our back. I mean, those are sometimes it's unavoidable, but it's important that the body knows that this doesn't mean necessarily that. Okay, so now we're going to try to reach the floor first, just touching, and see how much can we keep our posture. If we were really, really good at it, we're not, we will kind of almost raise your leg more in order to reach, because obviously your arms are shorter than your legs. So you can kind of do the same like this. Actually, let's do that first. Let's put your hands this time out, okay, like they were at the level of your shoulders, okay? You're not going to touch the floor, but you're going to reach towards the floor, okay? And obviously there's going to be a gap because your arms are not as long, okay? But at least your hands are going to be out this time, okay? Let's start with that and see if we can keep our shoulders more or less back, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, okay, now this time, let's continue doing that. Try to pull your shoulders back as much as possible. But now we're going to reach towards the floor. We're going to touch the floor and come back. We're going to lose a little bit of our posture because our shoulders are going to be driven down forward a little bit. But try to do it as much as possible, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now this time we're going to do the same thing but completing the whole movement. So we're going to go down, we're going to touch the floor, raise your hip and step back. Down, meet the floor, pass your hip, step back, okay? So try being conscious that at some point we'll lose our posture in terms of the actual alignment of our shoulders and knees and hip, but then we will try to recover it as quick as possible, okay? So the idea will be down, touching the floor, finding the mat, passing your knee, and stepping back again. Down, touching the floor, finding the mat, passing your knee, and stepping back again. Okay? So if it's too hard to do it from standing up, okay, then do it from a sitting position, okay, where you are already down in this position, okay, and you are going to raise, stand up, sit up again, down, stand up, sit up again, okay. So in this kisa position, okay. But the important thing again is to try to remain more or less conscious that this action, this is a little bit easier here because we're so low, okay. But try to not hunch your back. Try to keep it in that position, shooting back, down, shooting back. Okay, so you can do it from kisa position or from tachiwaza position. Okay, so.
What would you like to convert?
Sorry, Siri, go away.
What would you like to convert?
There you go. All right. Siri always kind of catches up in the middle of the position. Okay, so and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other side. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and okay. So hopefully that slowly produces a little bit of demand on our hinging action, on the strength of our leg, control of our back, and so on. So again, let's focus today on hinging and squatting. Remember, the action of hinging is not foreign at all. It's the very first thing we do when we sit in Seiza. Then we bow at the beginning of our class. What we're trying to do is to hinge, okay, to hinge from our hips. So most of the time, if we have some form of impediment or something not quite right with anatomy, we may not hinge, and that's when sometimes certain people in Japan criticize the bowing, which can be done incorrectly in 2 forms. Number 1 is when your bum raises up too much, for example. But that's not really a hinge, that's just like a bum raising exercise, right? So your bum should try to stay as down as possible, forcing you. Now, we may have some impediment for that, but that's number 1. Number 2 is when you hyperexpose your, what's this called? Nape? Your nape, okay? Which means your head is kind of banking too much, and putting your head down. So your head banks too much, you hyperexpose your nape, okay? And then you put your head down. So that is on the other side. That means, your ears are not staying aligned with your shoulders, okay? It means that your ears went down, you expose your nape a lot, and then that's also not a good bowing. And another one common too is when we bow, but we kind of turtle our way in. Our shoulders shoot forward too quickly, and then we are not in a more or less straight position. We turtle our shoulders and then we move forward. So bowing is the very first time when we learn to, either we learn to hinge properly or we don't. Okay? If we shoot too much our head, we expose our nape, which is not great. If we shoot too much our shoulders, we turtle our way down, which is not great. If we have an impediment of our legs, quadriceps, hips, etc., we raise our bum too much, which is not great. Okay, so all of those things have to be paid attention to in order to kind of do a bow that is as good as possible within our limitations. Okay, so let's just do that. I mean, how many times do you actually pay attention to your bow? At the beginning and at the end of the class. First of all, when you sit in Seiza to do the rei of the class towards the showman or towards the instructor, your posture has to be as good posture as you can muster in that moment. And with that good posture as you can muster, then you bow by hinging your legs. Careful that your head doesn't shoot down, careful that your shoulders don't shoot down. Try to not raise your bum too much. Okay, so head up and bowing. So 1. And up again. Head up and bowing. 2. And again. and bowing, 3, again, and bowing, 4, again, bowing, 5, again, bowing, 6, again, 7, again, 8, again, 9, again, 10, and again. So that's, constant practice of hinging, okay? Trying to keep those things in mind. There's a couple of things that may help a little bit on that exercise. Number one is your eyes. Remember, where your eyes go, your head goes, and where your head goes, your body follows. So sometimes, not so much to keep posture, but to keep awareness, people ask that you never stop, paying attention to your partner, especially at the front, right? So that you never lose eye contact, kind of thing. That's kind of sometimes the admonition that is provided, that you never lose eye contact with your partner. Now, again, we need to be careful with that because it's obviously there's an unnatural element of it. If you never lose eye contact, your head is going to kind of crook this way, and you are going to apply that. But at the same time, it's not an incorrect guidance. If you look down too quickly, your head will dip, and then you also will have a good posture. So if your eyes remain, aware of what's in front of you, even if you don't intentionally look at it, but if your eyes maintain an awareness towards the top of in front of you, you will naturally keep your head a little bit more aligned to that position, right? Again, if you do it too much, your neck will kind of strain. But if your eyes, you're coming down, but your eyes start rolling up and keeping an awareness to what is in front of you, naturally your head will stay. Okay, because that's an important thing. So that's number one. Where your eyes look, your head goes, and your body follows. Number two, your hands are on your knees, and they slowly and naturally slide from the mat to your knees, from the mat to your knees, from your knees to the mat, from the mat to your knees. Okay, they don't have sudden jumps. They don't kind of have sudden jumps. Sometimes people put one hand first and the second hand after. That's another thing. For the moment, from your knees to the mat, from the mat to your knees, from knees to your mat, from the mat to your knees. So in that sense, there is no need of the shoulders jumping forward or back quick. Okay, so let's just do it a few more times with those two things to observe. Okay, does anything changes if your eyes roll with the awareness of what's in front of you? And does anything changes if your hands, instead of suddenly jumping up and down from the mat to your knees, if they just simply roll from your mat to your knees, from your knees to the mat? Okay, let's see if any of that changes anything with our bowing. Okay, so good posture as you can muster. Okay, and ready, 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back, and rest. Okay, so hinging is the very first thing we do in our training. Okay, at the beginning and at the end of the program, and depending on the quality of that hinge, it will be possibly the quality of all our other hinges in training. Okay, so this time open your legs. Okay, lower your hips, keep it tight, keeping your head up. Okay, and up again. Head up, knees out, lower, squat, and up again. Head up, hips down, lower, squat, up again. Okay, head up, hips down, lower, squat, again. Head up, hips down, lower, and up. Okay, so we always say that in your squat, on the way down, your hips should lead the way. On your way up, your head should lead the way. What happens in the squatting, sometimes we do it the other way around. On the way down, our head leads the way, and on the way up, our hips lead the way. Okay, so it has to be the other way around. On the way down, your hips lead the way. On the way up, your head leads the way. Careful that it's not head and hips. Okay, so hips on the way down. So head on the way up. Hips on the way down. Head on the way up. Hips on the way down. head on the way up. One more, hips on the way down, head on the way up. Okay, so now squat, up, open to one side, and hinge with your shoulders back and up. And then again forward, squat, up, pivot, and hinge. Up. Remember, when you hinge, okay, your back leg is nice and straight, your front foot is strong and heavy, your shoulders are back, and your head is aligned to your shoulders, okay? So squatting, your head up, pivot, hinging. Again, move, squat, up, pivot, hinge. Up. Again, squat, up, pivot, hinge. Up. And squat, up, pivot, hinge. Couple more. Squat, up, pivot, hinge. Up, down, down, up, pivot, hinge, up. So, remember that in our movements, our Thai Savaki, okay, is a combination of all the parts of the body hopefully working harmoniously. Our Thai Savaki is a combination of good Ashi Savaki, the movement of our feet, with good Ude Savaki, the movement of our arms, with good Te Savaki, the movement of our hands, and hopefully, primarily, with good Koshi Savaki, which is the movement of our hips, okay, and our spine, okay. So when all of those movements come together, okay, then our Thai Savaki starts to kind of be a little bit more reasonable. Our feet, our arms, our hands, our hips, and spine, okay. So sounds like a lot, but eventually there is not a lot. It's quite a few, okay. Funakogi, okay, Funakogi. The three actions of Qigong Kishin, which is the whole combined exercise. Funakogi, Furutama, and Kishin. Okay, so pay attention to those three more actions, please. Hands in front, Funakogi. Hey, ye, ho, 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 ye, ye, ho. Cool. So. And Kishin, settling in. Roll your shoulders back, keep your head up, lower your hips, and just settle in. This is when you, as good posture as you can muster, has to come into place. Hey, when I call you the other side. Hey, hands in front. Hey. Isa, 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 Itza, 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 Itza. Over the camera. Go. Sure. And Kishin. Shoulders back and down, head up, hips down. Oh, right. Let's finish up with that posture of Kishin. Let's try to maintain it for the next 5 minutes because it disappears really quickly. Okay. So. Hey, ready? Hey!
どうもありがとうございました。
Arigato gozaimashita. Thank you very much. Thank you.